When you took those pictures of the car, what did you send them to me on? I think it was Messenger.
Facebook or
Yeah, this says acid, alchemist fire, antitoxin, candles, ink, oil, perfume, soap. Any kind of process that might require distillation, like liquor, or calcination, the creation of oxides, can also be performed. Why is poison on this list? Because there's an actual poisoner's kit. Goes in a little bit of detail about the poisoner's kit. So this isn't even mentioning potions here for the alchemist supplies. So
well, that's because this was not created in conjunction with that PDF that we. So this was someone else trying to come up with exactly what alchemist
Gotcha.
supplies did.
Okay, well, they probably didn't use potions because it's stated in the herbalist kit that you use that to make potions.
And we were just trying to figure out what was in alchemist supplies.
Right.
Why did it cost 50 gold pieces?
Well, it looks like because you're buying a pretty nifty little setup here, with probably some extra vials, beakers. You can see all these different tubes. You know, this whole little setup is what I think you would use over and over again. And then you would have to buy some additional things, perhaps. All right, so we're not worried about the alchemist kit then. At least with that. I don't know, because now it's saying the process of alchemy.
If what it is, the custom made glass bottles and whatnot that have to, I could see something like that, a collection of those costing 50 pieces, be precise.
Certainly.
And they're hard to make. Of course, that means you have to carry around a big crate on the side of your horse.
Yeah, that's something I would just like to say, hey, you know, when we get back somewhere, you know, I want to try to, you know, I guess I don't want to say brew, because I don't want you to make me do the brewer's kit, but brew a couple potions of healing with what I've gathered. Excuse me.
No excuse.
Starting with wild sage root, combine it with milkweed seeds and a touch of ginkgo brush. This potion has an alchemy attempt DC of 16, so I would use my medicine check. The resulting mixture should give off a bluish-green glow in the water with the remnants of the brown ginkgo brush swirling around. When ingested, this potion provides 8d4 divided by 2 healing over the course of 2 rounds. And that is a potion of delayed potent healing. So that's a little bit more higher.
Oh, and those are just examples, too.
Right.
I mean, we could go through and try to decide regular potion of healing in the ingredients list.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take care of that on Facebook then, in this post.
Someone should text James and let him know that he's not logged in completely.
I had problems earlier too. All I had to do was refresh. When I first logged in, I didn't log in all the way, and Chrome actually froze. So I refreshed it, and it worked just fine.
Tried. Brow down. If you can hear me, then shut the browser down and just load the browser.
Well, I wouldn't have even been able to type when it happened to me earlier, so he's already doing better than I was. So yeah, throughout the week, I'll throw ideas at you. But I don't really know. There's not too much I can throw out. It's pretty much going to be up to you at this point how you want to work it out.
Oh, I trust you.
Well, in terms of creating minor potions, duration potions, potent duration potions. Okie dokie. All right.
I don't even know why I typed that when you said you could hear me. Try that. Shut the browser down complete. So Zane, sorry man, you missed James passing out on a yard again.
What was I doing? What day was this?
This past Saturday?
Saturday.
You had Bruce and Jaden.
That's
Ah,
why.
yeah, that's.
I was doing kid stuff. Well, and I was gonna, because I was thinking originally that I could come and help you move, because I was thinking that Bruce was gonna spend the night at Jimmy's house, but on Friday night, but that didn't happen. So
Us chicks had it covered.
Yes, they did.
us chicks.
Well, it was like me and Steve, and then
one guy and a bunch
like
of
5 or 6,
really strong women.
5 or 6 one.
Are those our bed rules?
What's that? Yeah.
Look at skulls.
Get on your horse.
I'll be right back. That's
Okay.
easy.
I think they're saying you have a big sack, sleep sack.
Big brown sack.
Oh God.
I bet you got really hairy balls.
Yeah. I bet you how much some hairy balls.
Vin, by chance.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Well, I tried to reload James.
All right, I'm back. Making dinner.
Making. Wait, this is Taco Bell night. What are you doing?
Bridget's not here. Hey, what is that?
Taco Tuesday, man.
Girl, thank you. Bridget's not here, so I made homemade chili the other night.
Oh,
So I get to sit around and eat homemade chili. The house will smell good when she comes back tomorrow.
Hey, James is in now.
good shit.
Chili on Taco Tuesday? Blasphemy.
I know. I had to give up a Taco Tuesday.
Can't be any worse than Saturday night.
James, say something so we can see if you sound like a robot or not.
A very quiet robot.
You need to
No
upgrade
mic.
your fucking something or another.
What happened to your mic? Okay, we're all gonna put in $10, and we're gonna buy James a headset, microphone.
Sounds good. Why are you frozen? You're frozen
Why
on my
why does
screen.
he get a $50 headset?
No.
Because you know and have enough money to buy your own.
Mine
Why-
costs $30.
Okay, everyone put in $5 then.
Well, I'm assuming that he had a mic he had 2 mics last time we played. Because one was fucking up the other.
Yep.
They got into a fight afterwards, killed each
I
other.
was picturing you.
Beat each other to mic.
Oh, now he's gone. We're gonna assume that he's reloading. So when we ended up last Tuesday, you had been given.
Oh,
He's
yeah, I
back.
hear you.
And he's working.
Does it sound like the robot?
No,
No.
You sound good. You sound hungover, but good.
crystal clear.
Sound like my mouse full? Alright, cool.
Got a mouthful of my cock.
We're fine. Everybody hush. Let DM finish.
One GM.
Monday,
The Ozen had arranged for Tier Company to receive riding mounts. So it looks like Aspasia got Mission. Thanos got Peppercorn. No,
Bremen. I got Bremen.
Bremen. Skull got Cade. Denon, who did you?
I thought Fencer.
No, Fencer is Magus. That's the
Okay.
dappled gray.
Oh, that's
Then I
right.
guess I took Peppercorn because I didn't pick.
Peppercorn was one with had bad teeth, but very energetic.
Yay.
And Dappy. Dapple. Fencer was the lazy son of a bitch.
How do we mount our horse?
Just sit on it.
We
Well,
just put our
first-
guy on it and that's it.
First, you take her out,
Buy it.
Yeah,
and
Very
more.
carefully.
get her dinner first, maybe a drink or two.
Yeah.
Oh,
His is
I
a
wouldn't-
gelding.
Oh,
I
that's
wouldn't
Smack
call
it
her.
back to- Smack it in the back of the knees.
could go that way. You never know. So the plan now is that you are to Carlisle and head back up north again to Riverside, which will take about 5.5 days travel.
What are you doing, Louise? Down here with Daddy.
Does that sound okay to everyone?
Yes.
Sounds lovely.
No,
I
Let's
need-
hit the road. I resent that statement.
All right. So we're pretty much just
Hey,
taking.
Shane wanted to say hi.
resent or resemble.
When say
yeah,
hi, is
well,
that,
whichever.
that Lily?
Hi guys.
Who's
Hey,
that?
man.
Dang.
Yo,
Hey.
What's up?
He just wanted to say hi, just not by.
Not even sure who that is. Oh, is it Shane?
It was Shane.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Shane?
Not much.
He went with the commentary.
It's so good to hear your
Hi.
voice, man. It's been too long.
Sorry, back to game.
You're like an adult now.
I just saw him like 2 weeks ago.
So on the 19th is when you arrived at Carlisle, so you'll be 5th to head to Riverside. And as long as it's cool with everyone, you guys can stay in Keep that night in Carlisle. Bright and this morning. Well, not very bright. It's been raining the last
On the
couple of
19th?
days.
You said we're leaving on the 19th?
You'll be leaving on the 20th for Riverside.
We'll get there the 25th.
You will get there on the 25th in the afternoon, yeah. As long as everything goes well.
Right.
Who's in possession of the
Yeah.
map they drew, showing they were heading towards the Cliffs of Sign? Should we turn that over to the dwarf
Oh, you
or the
mean...
leader of this town? Cave Parchment 1.
Yeah.
Why would we turn it over to him? We're going up that way, aren't we?
No,
Hold on, Matt. Let me look at the Cave Parchment 1.
no. They're heading to Cliffs of Sign, and judging by how long it took us, I mean, they have a whole army moving, but maybe somebody could be dispatched who could maybe beat them there.
They don't have a big enough force here to do that, though, do they?
No, I was just saying, just at least try to warn the people they were coming. At
Well,
least
they-
let them know.
They don't... The way that they left the raider camp doesn't make you think that they left as a war band. They left in small groups, split up.
Okay.
So it seems like that they were traveling more under subterfuge than under aggression.
I would say right now I have those in my scroll case, which I have in my inventory. And I say we keep.
Did everyone
Alrighty.
get all of the rations or arrows or anything else they wanted to pull from storage before they left?
Yeah,
I did.
I did.
Well, I guess I only put it on my game character sheet, not my
Yes, I did.
paper. Yeah, put
Yeah,
it
I
on
bought
my
a bunch
game,
of shit, Alex.
not my paper.
You stole a bunch of stuff.
No, I said I
took-
bought a bunch of shit.
What did you buy?
Yeah,
I don't know, a bunch of shit. Better look at my sheet.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Literal shit. It's a wagon load of manure that you bring with us.
You have Skull. Why would you waste your money?
I know.
I was working really hard last night.
yep. I've got everything. I got my studded leather. I've got my 10 healers kit. We've got 10 on the wagon. Got my manacles. Skull, you should buy a set of manacles too. Yep, I'm all good. Still
Cause
got
I bought-
everything.
I bought you the healer's kit, remember?
Yep.
And I bought Heidi the. Or she bought her. I think I bought her the kit. I can't remember. She already had some of that shit. She didn't need it.
Oh right, we didn't need the whole kit, just little bits and pieces of it.
And I bought myself the climber's kit. I don't know if that's on my sheet. I don't know.
How much are manacles or shackles?
Climber's kit's there.
Manacles are 2 gold pieces.
Man, why doesn't the horse have an inventory slot that I can just move my stuff that's on him onto it?
So just write it in on your character sheet, then uncheck it, so that shows you're not
Well,
carrying.
that's what I did, but I'm just saying, since you bothered to make one, it'd be nice to have an inventory slot.
I explained this earlier, but all 5 horse tokens use the same riding horse character sheet. I didn't make individual ones for each horse yet, but I will.
There was plenty of talent.
But can you add an inventory tab or not?
It's a good question. Let's see.
None of your damn business.
Beasts
Crap.
riding horse.
Yeah.
Just put it on page 3, you big girl.
They have.
Yeah, just do that and don't check it. As long as you don't check it, it's not on your character sheet. Or it's not on your person.
Exactly.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Hell, even write horse in parentheses next to it.
They do have an info pane that you
I did
can
all-
edit and add, information to, so you can do it that way. Or as inventory on the horse.
Okay.
I can't stop yawning.
Stop
Let's
yawning.
move.
We'll
Let's
move
have some
on.
action. I can't stop yawning.
All right, so the next day you wake up, you get your supplies ready, head out. Side. It takes you 5.5 days. It's my map. Let's see. There she is. Small. Okay.
That's what she said.
Hey. So Carlal, see it there on the map down at the bottom. Basically, your path is taking you the same way. Arrive to Carlal, where you basically go up that lake, which is
Big Buddha macaque.
Kaka.
Titty-majig.
Lake Titicaca.
Caca. That bridge has been gone a while. How excited.
The 5.5 days pass without incident. Spend days, 8 hours traveling, nights camping. Just gonna use rations the entire time, which is fine.
Hell no.
No, you gonna hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both of us.
Hell yeah, bitches.
It's not like it's going to slow us down to hunt.
We can get more than enough food for everybody.
Well, you do manage to catch some game on the way there, so you can supplement with some fresh deer, maybe squirrel, a barrel.
For the record, I generally use my owl to make sure I can get something fun to use up my ration.
Grab some wild onions and ramps on the way, make a nice stew.
Mm-hmm.
Lamb's quarters.
Try to eat them raw.
You say lamb squirters?
Yes.
I'm
So
not gonna ask.
on the afternoon
A lot of meat.
of,
Excuse me.
let's see, the afternoon of the 5th, 85 degrees out, a light rain. It's been raining like the entire time you've been, so it's been kind of miserable.
Feeling a little musty. A little
Um,
chafed.
map for Riverside. So, in the afternoon, you ride into Riverside along that southern road.
Southern being the bottom.
Yeah.
Alright, just making sure.
And has what's his face? Leo's in. Has he been here already? So he knows we're here to meet a friend of his or another guy that's.
Yozen
that
actually
knows
traveled
about me.
with you.
Hey,
No, I understand that. So he knows where to go. So he can lead us through this place. We don't need to wander around looking for something.
Exactly.
all right. If I can
Is
stop you
this
for
the
a minute.
place where I live with my sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good news and bad news. I was trying to look for it while you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt, but I was going to roll for my herbalism from here to there while we're in game. DC's 15. I crit with a 20.
Nice.
So I wasted my first 20 of the night, but at least it was on herbalism. So just as you know, in this terrain, if you can make note, and I will as well right now, that I did crit my herbalism find on the way there. So I think there's a pretty good chance that I found something. The total roll would have been, I mean, I crit, but the total roll would have been a 28.
So all the good stuff.
So you find somebody's marijuana farm.
Yeah.
Now have long bottom leaf.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Or should we just make a note that you found some stuff and fill it in later as far as what you...
Yeah.
It's like I
I
might
mean,
have
I'm
to
always
come up...
keeping my eye out for something good.
Looks like I'll probably have to make
So
some
that's-
sort of randomized list that I can roll on.
Right. A successful gathering attempt would result in the DM rolling 1d4 for how many ingredients were gathered, and then looking up the party's most relative terrain in Appendix B. Here, the DM would roll for however many ingredients were gained.
Let's
2
see.
to 3. It says a good general guideline. Of course, this is completely up to you to stick to allowing 2 to 3 gathering moments per session.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that day thing. So I rolled a 2. So that's how many different things that you found?
Right.
Let's see.
Would this be grasslands, hills?
This is definitely grassland. So we'll say Found some arrowroot.
Well, that will make a nice gravy.
Found some,
Squirrel gravy.
and you found some milkweed seeds. We'll say.
All right, cool. Arrowroot. Milkweed seeds.
So as you enter the town side, Yozen says that you're supposed to meet contact, which is Onthar Froom, at the tavern. It's called a Pair of Black Antlers Tavern, which is different than the Strong Iron, which is where your sister works.
Right.
On the way, during the trip, you learn a little bit more about Leozen. Is a member called the Order of Talbaron, and they're allied closely with Dareth Lyn. They sort of act on Dareth Lyn's behalf in the outside world, and their basic ideas are furthering equality and justice and keeping power out of the hands who don't. And their symbol is a cup or a goblet. You ride. Assume you're going to ride directly to the Black Antlers, or are you stop anywhere else first?
Well, I don't think there's anywhere else to stop. There's no reason to be here except to go see this guy. So.
Yep. Let's go say howdy.
Oh, we lost Ryan.
Because he's searching porn.
Dang it, Ryan. Time for porn. Locked up. Jimmy should be getting a text any second now.
Yep. So he's gonna text me, say blah blah blah. I'm so mad. Restarting. There's the text. System crashed. Be back in a minute. Now Alex is going to tell everybody to go get a drink or go potty.
Actually, I was, because it's almost break
Can't believe I
time
just
anyway.
said potty.
So. Said potty.
What happened? We lost Ryan?
Okay, everyone go poo poo.
God, James, I said potty. Ryan crashed. James the robot again. Everything's just completely ruined.
Oh my god, it's all falling
Hold on, it's
apart.
refreshing.
Everyone just step away from the
I'm
computers.
gonna try switching mics again and see if does somebody stay around so I can see if the mic will switch.
I'm eating.
not
So
going
go ahead.
anywhere.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Last time it worked.
I'm really tired. Yeah.
Oh, you can put your belly ache.
D&D night. Knock that shit off.
No, thank you. I need to be able to sleep when we're done. So if you're on call all night, does that mean you can start drinking in the morning?
Guess it depends on how much you like your job.
I'm certainly not going to drink on the job.
Well, I have.
Have you?
Yeah, but that was back in the day. I was working on a computer system, and we couldn't get it to work, and we had consultants in, and me and this one guy were just trying. It was a scheduling software, so we only had. What that means is the computer runs jobs at night. So we had shut all the jobs off for that night. We had basically the evening to get it all working, and we couldn't get it working. The sales rep was there, and he was like, "Why don't you get?" And then Chris and I started just getting pissed. You know how like you work on something, you get so fucking mad, you start arguing.
Not doing anything, yeah.
So the rep's like, "Let's go eat." So he takes us over to Applebee's, and we decided we're gonna have a couple drinks. And the more we had a couple drinks, we got food in our belly, and we started spitballing, like, "Ooh, we could try this." So Don, the rep's like, all right, you guys ready to go back and try this? And we said, yeah, but you're going to go buy us beer. So what we did is we went back to the office, and the computer room was in one building. The office, my office was in another building. And we would go in and we'd bang away and we'd try some shit. And if it worked, great. And if it didn't, we'd take a break and we'd walk out to the car and drink beer and keep talking and keep talking, because we're the only people there. By now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We're the only people there. And at one point we were walking from one building to another, and a police officer drove into the parking lot. So we both chuck our beers, and the cop just turned around and went out the other way. And as he's driving by, one of the beer cans is rolling down the. It's just like, and that wasn't even cool. But man, we got the job done. Stay higher.
All right, I refreshed this mic. Is that any better? Am I still robot?
You're a robot.
You still suck. Damn it, James.
This is the same mic that was working fine a minute ago. I don't know what the problem. All right, hold on, let me try something else.
It's got to be I don't know, bad mic then. I don't know. Or you're opening something or doing something that's conflicting with it.
The only other thing, if nothing's conflicting with, the only other thing that it could potentially be is if he's running out of some reason. I can't imagine that affecting it like that.
Only if he's doing something else on his computer.
Yeah.
Everybody there?
Yep.
Yeah. Like Ryan was. You surf porn on bad sites and it'll bust your machine.
No, this has been happening every so often. Usually it'll do it when I'm in a game someplace.
All right.
The sound just starts going, "Beep," and the whole thing just locks up. I've got to restart it and everything. It's been happening just recently, so I'm thinking something in the computer's going bad.
Yeah.
I've just been too lazy to run it and find out what it might be.
All right, so we learned about.
James just got loaded back in. Say something, James. Sounds great. Cool. Okay, so Leozen asks if he can act as your spokesperson. If you would mind.
Talk to.
For introductions or what?
Yeah.
Well, he's not speaking for us.
I was going to say, yeah, he's not our spokes dude, but he can certainly introduce us.
Yeah, you can do all the talking for now. This is your gig, man.
Absolutely. We don't know Anthar or whatever the fuck his name is.
We're here to back you up, support you.
I don't even know his name.
Well, you guys, you all enter the Black Antlers, which has, interestingly enough, a pair of black antlers are very impressive, just like 8-point antlers. It's huge. And not painted black, but naturally black antler somehow. That's interesting. And sitting in corner, Froome, who was introduced to you. Definitely, well, he's a drinker, first of all. It's that right away.
Who's Froome?
Anthar Froome is his contact in Riverside that he...
Never mind. You said I was going Anthar. I didn't know we were going last name. Got it. Okay.
Froome is easier to say than... Not as silly to say as Anthar is.
Froome's pretty silly.
Froome is?
I'm with you.
Is it as silly as Anthar?
Anthar's not as silly as Froome.
Froome is.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay, so Froome is a drinker. Anthar is a drinker. Got it.
Bulbous red nose, we're picturing it.
He's a dwarf, wearing well-worn armor, and he invites everyone to sit with him, drink. seems very pleased to see Leosin, and they embrace each other, and he seems very jovial.
Yeah, he's drunk.
Leosin mentions before you guys went into the tavern that impressing Froome with your prowess and honesty and your drive is in your long-term interest.
So in other words, I should probably beat the shit out of him too. Whoops, here it is.
Did you say that out loud?
Make sure you do the drunk dwarven voice.
I love it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So what, is everyone going to drink with him? Sit?
I'm sure gonna drink a little.
Gotta. It'd be impolite to not have
Exactly.
I'll definitely get an ale, but I'm only going to be
a
sipping on it. I'm not going to be down in them.
Make it last all night.
Not going to be pulling a Saturday.
Well, at first, the conversation is just small talk. Weather, the state of affairs in Riverside, the state of affairs in the region, as far as, crops and things like that. It's very light banter, and this seems to be something that Leosin was expecting and sort of playing along with. So you guys sit and have a drink. Then he orders a second round for everyone. Do you guys get a second round of drinks for everyone? Same thing, whatever you were drinking before.
Soothin.
Is that what you were drinking?
What Quoth ordered.
Oh, yeah, that is. And then a third round of drinks. This time you've been sitting there for probably an hour and a half, pounding them back pretty quick.
So
I'm going to ask him if he's trying to take advantage of me.
water in the plant.
Froome laughs like crazy when you say that.
What do you
And he-
say?
Which one? Watering the flowers or trying to take advantage of me?
Trying to take advantage.
No.
And he kind of smacks you in the arm and he says, "I like you. I want to challenge you to an arm wrestling match."
Nice.
Does he want his arm taken off of his body? I mean,
He is
okay.
So what's he look like? Does he look like maybe he might be a little bit of a danger there?
Big crusty dwarf.
Pocket wrestler or something?
I'll show you exactly what he looks like.
Because that'll debate on whether I should
You probably won't be too
get
impressed.
the dice out. Whether I get the weighted dice out or whether I just get the regular one.
Looks like
You look like a man.
Oh, stop that.
it's a man. It's a dragon man.
Hey, wasn't the dragon man that full beat, wasn't his name Razmir?
Resmir.
Whatever, same difference.
Not the same.
It's an
Trent.
A instead of an E.
Raz.
Would you call Trent Reznor Trent
So
Raz?
when,
Rasnir, yeah.
when he looks like a deviant art.
Well,
So when Vroom says he wants to arm wrestle, I tell him you better be careful. This is the guy that beat Razmir.
It wasn't Resmir that he beat.
oh, good.
Come on now! You should have known where I was going. What
There
was
were
the
two.
drag-
There were two half dragons. He didn't beat Resmir. He beat the other one.
What was the other one's name?
He beat Langdedrosa.
Okay, well, good thing I couldn't say
That
it.
dude.
You should write that down.
You
Ryan.
say.
Langdedrosa. It's like
I think I
Saragossa.
did.
So I tell Vroom, be careful. He beat the half dragon.
Good call.
Langdragosa.
Way to
Whatever.
promote us.
Yep. Way to puff out our chest and brag
All right.
about how good we are.
So Ryan, make an athletics check, I think.
Come
Let me
on, that
check.
should have been good role-playing game right there. The DM passed right over it.
No,
I had enough.
hold on.
Perfect.
I was reading when you said something, so I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
Hmm.
He pointed out, he said so that the dwarf could hear, hey, be careful, this is the, or said to the dwarf, be careful, this is the guy that beat the half-dragon.
Lane Dragosa.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna even try it. So that, you know, because our dude told us to impress him, so. Impression thrown.
But does he know who that is?
Whoa.
That
he
wasn't
doesn't,
me,
you
but
could
that was
ask.
so funny.
Damn, Ryan, you okay?
It wasn't me.
Who was that?
I don't know. Trust me.
Jimmy or James?
Was it me moving this?
Wasn't Heidi
You're
or
the
I,
one that's
so.
off camera.
That's true, you would have heard me.
You probably took your pants down for that one.
Do what?
I'm
He's
glad
not
I
even
didn't
on
hear it.
camera. He farted, and then his head pops back into view from the sides. Like, ooh, what was that?
Who did that one?
Who did that?
He's off camera because he put his butt right up against the speaker or
Andy's gonna eat
microphone.
chili. Chili hits you like 2 seconds later. Taco Bell takes at least a day.
So he
Little squeaky
Athletics.
chili fart.
sort of nods, looks at you, slams his mug of beer on the table.
Does he
I
appear in
definitely
that
have to arm wrestle you now. That's something we must do right now. Clear the table. And he kind of just pushes
So he
drinks away.
He acknowledges that he knows that guy then.
Oh,
And,
I lift the table up and throw everything off of it, then put it back down.
Is that right? Paul?
You're gonna have to roll
You said
pretty
it was
high. I
lights.
rolled a 21.
Really? Athletics?
Jimmy, did he deny that he
I
knew
got
the
a
guy?
27.
Nice.
18 and a 9 is a 27.
Good mathing.
Is my mic working?
Your
Yeah,
mic's
it's working.
working. We're just ignoring you.
Well, at least I know what's going on.
What did you say, Zane? I'm sorry.
I asked what he said when we talked about beating the half dragon. Did he ignore it? Did he?
I said that he shook his head in the affirmative and he slammed his beer on the table and he said that I definitely have to arm wrestle you now.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Sort of cleared drinks out of the way and put his arm up, which was just dwarfed by Skull's big full
Dwarfed.
paw.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
No pun
Thank you.
Well, during all this, I'm going to manage to slightly put down the third beer onto the floor and continue drinking my second one.
You
Nicely done.
poured it into the potted plant behind you.
It immediately starts to wilt.
Set it underneath the dog. The bar dog starts lapping it up.
And then he gets up on the table to arm wrestle next. All right, laddies. Now the dog's turn.
Nikes.
All right, so Broom put forth a valiant effort.
I try not to break his arm, but
Tendons popping. Yeah. Sweat flying.
But his you bring him down fairly handily and sort of rubs his arm. Time for another drink, and then he orders another round for the table. This goes
trying
on.
to take advantage of me.
And still our friend is acting like this is totally,
Mhm.
like, we're not supposed to be pressing for information here. We're just,
Yeah, Leozen is just
okay. Along for the ride.
so after like 3 hours of just drinking and small talk, finally Froome just sort of abruptly just kind of gets up off from his chair, looks around at everyone at the table,
If he pukes,
And then just-
I'm pushing the table into him.
and then just walks out of the Black Antler. Just walks out of the bar. Doesn't even look back.
Doesn't even pay.
So we look at Leo's owner of the fucking.
Leo zone.
Leozen
Great
is
contact, dude.
Leozen's sitting back
No,
with
she's right. Did he at least pay?
the bartender didn't seem to care that he walked out, and no one has come to you guys for the drinks yet. So you assume that maybe he hasn't been
Another
tapped at the
round.
bar or something like that.
Right.
Bring a pitcher of ale until somebody passes out. Then one every three.
I'm
And-
gonna go ahead and step to the door if nothing crazy's happening, and slightly open it and send Corvus out to sit up on the roof, and then come back and sit down.
Okay.
So what's
Yeah, nothing's
Unless
crazy.
something's-
Nothing crazy is happening. Actually, you see Froome. He was heading towards the privies.
We're looking at what's her friend's name?
Leosin? So
Leosin.
he's still in-
Leosin. What's Leosin doing here? We're looking at him like, what's the deal? So
He's sort of sitting back in his chair with his wine, and he's nodding and smiling and says, "I think he likes you. Good. We should order food. We should stay right here and order food."
I am okay with that.
soak up some of this booze.
Let's see what the Black Antler has.
Black antlers. Or whatever
So
was
black
attached to
isn't
it.
painted black or hyperpigmented like those chickens.
The antlers?
Yeah.
They're not
It's,
painted black.
Yeah, not painted black. No, naturally black.
So like those chickens. Oh, not burned. Right, not burned.
They're
Not
just
burned,
naturally
no.
black.
Okay.
Yeah, just naturally black.
Blackened.
Did anybody see those chickens?
Did you see those hyperpigmented chickens? They're crazy. Their tongues are
Hell.
black, their beaks are black, their bones are black, their meat is black. They're crazy.
Hell no, I didn't see your LSD, but there are some dragons in your kitchen.
All right, here's the food menu for the inn.
Biscuit.
Uh-oh.
Corn on the cob, boiled leeks, cheese and crackers, pickled beets.
In the
smoked
chat
pork.
chat window.
Oh.
I'm gonna have the smoked pork. And I'm taking the silver. Oh, I guess I don't know. If they ask for money, I will. If they don't, I'm not.
Why are the cheese and crackers more expensive than the smoked pork?
Cheese and crackers.
Oh no, it's copper, not silver. Okay, sorry.
Right.
My mistake.
I think I'm going to stay away from the beef stew.
Why? What's wrong with you? Dude?
Hannibal.
That's what I'm having.
And
And we're gonna stare at
Really?
you while
That might have been one of my cousins.
tastes good.
Baked potato.
And if you offer money, they say that it's covered by a
Then
room, so that.
I'm getting the pork and the boiled leek.
I'm more worried that he's gone out to the bathroom and after we just dropped dragon names, somebody may have an ill will toward him, and we may find him the next morning heading in the crapper, dead.
That's a bad way to go.
Nobody else has that feeling?
No, not really.
So as long as you don't do anything, unless you're doing something else, but you guys all sit and drink and you eventually get your food, you gonna go check on him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on him. Like I said, I got a bad feeling he's gonna get a dagger in the ribs.
Make a perception check, Skull.
you're checking on the dwarf.
Yeah.
Well, I got Corvus up there. I could just look through his eyes, see if anything's changed.
Perception is
But is the bird in the privy?
Mhm.
I'd imagine go to the outhouse.
17.
Yeah, right now the crow's in the privy thinking, I've made a terrible mistake.
I'm just saying he probably could have seen if anybody else walked in there.
I think I'm falling a little too close.
Too close, too close.
He's got the toilet paper on his beak. He's just sitting there like a...
22 again, or 22.
You hear him pass some riotous farts, but doesn't seem to be anything. I mean, there's some bad shit happening in the toilet,
Literally.
but there's no bad shit happening outside of the toilet.
Alright. Sorry, I just got a bad feeling, you know, that he walked out after we dropped the dragon name. Somebody may have heard that. And
Yeah, everything seems to be okay outside. I mean, there are some other people in the tavern, you know, eating, drinking, and whatnot, but nothing that you guys concerned or thing.
I guess I'm gonna step behind it and drop a whiz while I'm out here.
God, that's a bull whiz too. That's everyone can hear it.
Yellow River, shaking the floor.
It's gonna sound like an open water tap.
All right, we're eating. It's covered.
Oh yeah.
After you guys finish your meal, James, are you still able to hear us? You haven't said anything in a while. Okay.
Sounds good.
Towards the end of the meal, a squire comes in and approaches the table. It's a young kid, maybe 13, dressed in ordinary clothes. He says that you guys are finished eating. Presence is requested in private room. And he motions back to a door in the back of the tavern. And Leozen shakes his head again and says, "Nope, you're in."
Oh my good.
So,
What?
are you gonna go back there when you finish eating?
Yeah, we'll take our time. Not gonna rush.
We're going to this guy's house.
Ouch! Sorry.
What happened?
It bit my cheek.
Why'd she bite your cheek?
I don't know.
Was she licking you or anything?
No, she just bit it.
Gypsy, that's not very nice.
Oh. God. Sorry, guys.
So once you are finished, you indicate to the squire that you're ready. I guess he's standing nearby waiting for you to finish. And when you're done, he shows you to a private space off of the tavern's common room. And he closes the door when he leaves. Waiting for you in the room is the broad-shouldered paladin, Ontharr Froom, the Leozen, who is with you, and many, many pitchers of dark red wine. The paladin's face wears a serious expression, unlike its usual open countenance. My friends, we have important business to discuss. And he kind of motions around to the table for everyone to sit.
Okay.
I'll sit.
Plunk.
We must be delicious tonight.
Did she bite you too?
She just nibbled on me, and Paco would not stop licking Lily's finger earlier.
Weird.
We're delicious to
It's
cats.
because we had tuna.
That's could be it. It's the tuna juice. So if once everyone sits, he continues.
He said tuna, dude. Sorry, go ahead.
Shut up, Clammy.
At this point, you know about as much about it as we do, and thanks to you, we know twice as much today as we did a 10-day ago. Something rotten is afoot. We have no formal organization to oppose these rascals, not yet. Okay. We're working on that, and we need people like you who know how and when to fight and how and when to keep their heads down and observe. Can't promise you anything except long days filled with danger and stress, but what could be better than that, eh? He goes into more detail and he explains that he is a member of a group called the Heartstone, and along with the Order of Talbaron, which is the organization that Leozen is a member of, are actively researching the cult of Ahi and trying to figure out exactly what sort of threat that they possess. And the more that they learn, the more some things are becoming. The Heartstone is an organization that they emphasize faith, vigilance, and constant struggle against threats of evil. And their symbol is a circle with a spiral line going around it, top to bottom. It's like a thread wrapped around it. There's nothing to be done against the perdition directly at the moment, but they may just be able to stop whatever this new threat. Past, the Cult of Ahi was more active to the east on the other side of the Dragonhorn. It's focused on creating undead dragons. Its shift to the west coast and its new emphasis on living dragons and Tiamat are cause for concern. The cult is on the move, and it's up to something big. The Order of Talbaron, the Heartstone, and a third allied group known as the Wardens are all investigating the Cult of Ahi. And we now know that the cult is amassing treasure and shipping it north. Exactly where the treasure is going and what the cult plans to do with it are the next two questions that answering. And Frome and Leozen would like Tier Company to join the cult's caravan and accompany it on the journey. What their thought is that you can be hired as guards guarding the caravan cult.
How are we going to do that? They don't know about Skull?
Well, if not by the cult's wagon masters, then by other merchants who are traveling in the same caravan. Typically, caravans are extremely large just for sake of protection. Merchants from different companies commonly join together trains, and Frome has contacts among the many merchants of the region and is certain that he can arrange a job for you guys.
Okay.
Now the timing is an issue. Now the tracks leaving the cultist camp and the map from Mondath's chamber both indicate that the wagons were heading west to pick up the Araduk Ledge Road, and where they would turn north to the cliffs of Sign and Gullport, a journey of about 175 miles. The wagons could take 15 to 20 days for that trip, depending on conditions. It's been rainy recently, so it's going to be slow going. Wagons pulled out at least 8 hours ahead of you guys, exiting the hatchery, returning to Carlisle, resting, and then traveling to Riverside account for 7 to 8 more days. So you should have at least 7 to 12 days before the cult's wagons enter Gullport, which is their next destination, which is where to try to join up with the caravan.
So we need to join the caravan in Gulfport.
Right.
Okay.
So
Now-
you're going to have this set up through one of your merchants to hire us within.
I have a, yes, he has a contact in Gullport who's going to at least get you able to travel with the caravan, if not actually get hired on as a guard or a sergeant if you're liked well.
So we will be traveling with the enemy, and
Correct.
nothing but the enemy.
It's going to be more than just cult members. They're going to be mixed in with other cavern, just regular merchants and whatnot. So going to be traveling with the enemy and with just regular citizens at the same time.
Right.
Um,
And then
Now-
any idea where we're heading after Gulfport?
north. That's all I know at this point. Yeah, just north. That's all I know. Now
And
my
you're wanting
plan-
us to try to figure out what this money is for and where it's going.
Right. And then that's the next part, right?
Where it's
What's their-
going, what they're amassing it for. Yeah, what their plans are.
And if we find this out, what are we supposed to do then? Just head straight back to here?
You're going to have to make a call on that. If it's something that can be dealt with directly, great. If not, and best bet may be to try to return. So, but you're going to have to just, it's really going to depend on exactly what's happening.
Well, of course, anything could happen. We should be able to handle ourselves fairly well, but if we find this information out, just kind of like to know what we're supposed to go to next. You're asking us to join this order to help out with this thing, and we're not sure, you know, we don't, who are we going to report to? Who are our allies? I mean, just make sure that we don't go out there ignorant to everything.
There are certain steps that you can take. Right now, you are considered allied to Order of Talbaron, Hearthstone.
And the Wardens.
If you considered actually becoming members of those organizations, that would increase your say with those organizations, and it would also, I mean, the main benefit is that other people, same trying to help you trouble.
I'm not joining any group. All we needed from you and you, both guys, fucking Leo and Vroom, is letters saying that we're with you. That's going to be better right now than us joining a group, because what Thanos is saying is we need allies now. We don't have time to join a group, get introduced. We don't have. That could take a long time. So
we don't have time to fill out the form, man.
Or the super secret handshake.
Yeah, or handshake. Something.
We can provide letters. We can provide letters to you. That's not a problem.
So back to Thanos' point, though, we get there, we figure out where they're going, what they plan on doing with the money, and what their overall plan is. We either stop it or what?
Or return
to where? Because it can take days, it can take weeks. So
there are many unknowns. Right now, I would tell you to return to Gulport.
We'll have a contact in Gulport we can trust, right?
Return to Gulport and return to the contact that will be that I will have you go and see when you get to Gulport. What my plan is right now is you're going to take a riverboat from Riverside to Gulport. It'll take either 2 or 3 days, and once you get there, you'll be going to the Western Docks, and you'll find a man, Akin Celeban, who is a trader in Gulport. It's spelled Ackyn is his first name.
Mike Smith. One more time.
Cat thumps.
What?
Akin.
Go ahead.
Ackyn, Ackyn.
Thank you.
And you'll want to get rooms at the Red Flask, which is an inn along the Western Docks in Gulport.
So besides preventing the ultimate release of Tiamat and perhaps saving thousands of lives in Delafran, what else do we get out of this?
For a monetary award.
Perhaps something.
I'm looking for this ass.
I'm looking for some spells, lodging, equipment, food. It's not free.
You're gonna have a. I'm gonna give you an allowance, to pay for things like equipment, lodging during this mission.
Okay. That'll work. As adventurers, I'm sure we'll find enough loot to sustain us.
Everyone in?
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, what the hell? I only have a hangover to nurse in the morning. Let's go.
Yeah, your head just kept getting closer and closer to the camera. It was weird.
Nothing is more important than the other members of Tier Company to me. So if they're in, I'm in.
So it's up to you. Either the trip via keelboat that can be done in 3 days if you only travel during the day, or if you also travel at night, it can be done in 2. It increases the danger a little bit because you'll be traveling by lantern light instead of daylight,
Go 3.
obviously.
Go 3. We have anywhere between 7 to 12 days. There's no sense in being crazy, risking it.
Our dark vision of mine was sailor, eh?
Well, I have arranged for the keelboat to leave at dawn tomorrow morning, and he pulls out a fairly sizable leather bag, sets it on the table. That's 250 gold to cover your expenses.
Let's find nothing and keep it for ourselves.
How come nobody can give us even their odd numbers?
251 gold.
I'm kidding. It's 50 gold apiece. I'm just being funny.
Bunch of OCDs.
Everybody write 50 gold, 50 additional gold on their character sheets.
Now he also suggests that offers to buy you any new clothing or gear that you may need, or even new weapons. And he also suggests that you change your appearance. Ah, Jesus!
Holy shit!
That better be the bat phone.
What the fuck, man? He's deaf. Is he deaf? He's fucking deaf. He's got to have a phone that loud.
Yes, Commissioner.
Yeah,
Gordon.
well, that's what I was. What's that?
I said yes, Commissioner Gordon.
Right.
I'm on my way.
I think he was just sitting right by the fucking mic.
I was going to ask about changing the appearance and also figuring out what we do with Skull. So how many? I mean, are there a lot of Minotaurs running around? I mean, is it going to be?
Not a lot. No.
I'm gonna put flowers on my horns and in my mane.
More or less than 2 out of 100.
Probably
I mean,
less.
is it like seeing a black guy here in Tennessee, or is it like completely crazy?
It's
Depends on where you go in Tennessee.
yeah, that's true.
Well,
It's
what I'm worried about is there's obviously a Minotaur that's been fucking cut in the ranks. The rest of us can blend in pretty easy.
Everybody blend in.
And he can't.
Shit.
they're not like super rare, but they're uncommon, definitely.
All right.
Comment worthy.
So, but maybe as far as like guards for caravans and shit, maybe that's what they do, right? I won't stick out.
Well, actually, he's probably the easiest guy because he is like the black guy. I mean, he's just another Minotaur.
You walk around on all fours. We'll put some packs on your back.
Well, I think what James just said was right. I mean, just got to change the color of our clothes a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, these robes are in honor of Chardis.
I want all
These
these.
robes?
Very little I'm willing to do to change this.
I'm getting spandex. All spandex.
Ooh.
James is gonna wear jorts
Wow.
or his jean shorts everywhere.
Shorts.
With flames on the side.
Hey, you
Flames on your jorts.
got a Canadian tuxedo, eh?
With unnecessary patches. American flag.
All right, we'll go one
Fingerless
by
gloves.
one. Aspasia. Are you going to change your appearance in any way? Would you like some new clothing, gear, or weapons that you?
Oh, I need to look appropriate for the job. Whatever is more blendy looking.
Sort of thing, shooting for, sort of look.
Sidebar.
I'm thinking crotchless panties.
Jorts.
I top
Jorts.
I mean, I'll go get new armor, right? I'll change the color of my studded armor, and I'll change the color of my cloak. But outside of that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a haircut.
Thanos isn't gonna change much. Skull, I don't know what the fuck he wears. Nothing.
Ooh, Thanos, you could let your beard grow out.
No.
No.
That's great.
So descriptive. Yeah.
I mean, are we worried about being personally recognized, or are we just wanting to blend in?
That's
Yeah, well, you
to reduce the odds that anyone you may have met at the camp recognize.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll do my hair totally differently, and I might put a tunic over my midriff,
A tunic.
a belted tunic. It's a memorable midriff. What can I say?
She staples
Ah.
a square of cloth to her bosom.
Puts a pair of band-aids on.
I'll do like Pony Boy, just bleach my hair blonde.
Right. Yeah.
Staple.
So Thanos, you don't want to change anything.
Because
No.
nippleless boobs are just pointless.
Ha ha ha.
I've been told I look too dark from time to time, so I should be able to fit in with an evil cult, no problem.
True.
Skull, anything specific you'd like to do?
Oh,
You look more human.
I don't know, fly casual.
We could see if we can find like a leather worker or somebody to craft like human feet, like a cast of human feet, and just attach them to his hoofs.
Because his face could totally pass.
yeah.
And
You
put
look
a
a little
big bag
down in
over
the
his head.
face. Oh, okay.
Denon's going with a clothing change. Spezia is changing her hair. Magus is going shorts.
Oh wow.
Put a kilt on and a banana hammock.
Oh, I found a picture of James. Sweet.
It's a mustache kind of morning.
All right, hang on a second.
His brother there.
So it's his stuff that makes all that background noise? Oh,
Brian.
oh, Magus. Oh, wow. That's
really-
tasty right there.
I would never take
Okay.
you as a magic user.
That's see, it's a great disguise.
Like my character.
It's a great disguise. I don't know what kind of magic he's working, but oh my.
How did you have that so fast? I mean, that's a little scary.
Google, man. I just Googled jorts. That was the very first image hit.
Google Shorts.
I'm going to
Oh,
Google
shit.
Short.
Oh my god, I didn't scroll down. All I saw was the dude in the.
No,
in the backpack.
no, I
And then
started with the bottom part and I didn't even know it was a dude until I
couldn't
got.
see it. Then you said
Yeah.
George, so I scrolled down to look at the George. So
Why would it
yeah.
stick me the first thing about it?
Jort.
So happy too.
It's proud of those jorts, man.
Holy shit, that is the very first one.
This is my good side.
That's classic.
Do you guys like jorts? I do.
I'm digging the dude with the awesome hair right underneath him.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Oh shit, that's funny. Jorts.
Wizardly jorts.
Dude with the awesome hair. Let's see who he's talking about. Oh, the blonde guy?
Yeah.
Business in front, party in the back. See that?
Oh,
I can't, and I don't want to move because my blanket will come off.
that's funny.
That would definitely throw him off the trail, James. Jorts.
Oh.
All right, so any other equipment, gear change, weapon change, or anything like that that you like?
No, I don't.
Maybe a boot with a false bottom to hide my gold in. I don't like having my gold lifted.
Are you going to separate the 50 out amongst everyone, or are you just going to carry the whole 250?
No, I already said everybody
Yeah.
add it to their character sheet, so it's 50 apiece.
What are you trying to blend in with exactly? What's this group?
You want me to add it to your...
They're dark and
I did
evil.
already.
Oh, did you? Say that again, James?
I said, what's this group we're trying to blend in with? They're dark and evil and whatnot.
Well, you're just trying to avoid being recognized from the camp. So it's not so much as blending in, or not wanting to look like you did.
Yeah, we don't want them. I mean, Skull walked right outside and fought one of these guys. We were kicking the shit out of these people if they saw us. We were just trying to not look the same.
The good news is that not very few people actually saw you in camp.
Right.
Anyone who did, other than the barbarian,
Is dead.
the cleric that you took prisoner, yeah, they're all dead. So you got that going for you.
Our reputation may have preceded us.
That's true.
You know.
Your biggest
Well-
liability right now is definitely Skull. Until we're traveling with 4 other, sure.
Well, that's what you get.
Yep.
We
Fame.
act like we
man.
don't fucking know him. He's on his own.
Can't Thanos like blew up some kind of potion or something to turn him into human form?
What?
I'm a stallion.
Why don't you cast a spell on him, like you know,
Hershey Highway.
the opposite of big? Hi, baby. What are you doing?
I made them kind of spells. Actually, I was gonna take that large spell.
Oh, the babies.
Yeah, he has no polymorph potions of any kind.
Kissers.
I said we just saw his horns off or something good.
I hope that's Bruce or the dog and not Bruce.
It's the dog. Give me stinky kiss breath. Ugh.
Man, Ryan still ain't back. Is there anything we can do without him?
Brother got. We can leave.
Let's leave.
So that night you stay, as long as you're cool with it, you stay there at the Black Antlers. Rooms are paid for. That night he sort of arranges all the additional equipment or change thing. And next morning, gather your gear and down at the dock at the keelboat. I'm assuming you're taking your horses.
Of course.
They are not happy about getting a boat, but
They're not.
but they manage okay. And leave on the 26th. On the 26th, and it takes you 3 days river travel to get down to Gullport. Trip is eventful, although you stuck to eating rations while you're on the boat. Kind of tired of them by
Hell no, we fish.
Yeah, so we did sleep on the boat, of course.
Yeah. I did.
Oh, that's right. Magus bought some fishing gear. Fish for you.
Nice.
I also have an owl.
He also has an owl. Owls aren't really that good at catching fish, I don't.
No, but you can carry a
Depends on the
rabbit.
owl.
We're not that far from land, are we?
Right, it's a river. It's not like a lake.
True.
Ocean.
Corvus and Hooters can hunt in tandem. Corvus can scare them out and run them right into Hooters.
Yeah.
Is his owl really named Hooters?
Until I come up with something more inspirational.
I thought it was Owl the Owl.
Owl the owl. Owl the owl.
Dog the dog and cat the cat.
So this gives you a general idea of what Gullport is set up like. on the third day, as you're traveling downriver, and there were other goods and things on the keel boat as well that were being port, but you go past, there's basically one bridge crossing the river in the city from the south, but you pass that on the way. Arrive at some docks that are basically in this area. And your gear and your horses are unloaded. Gulfport is a fairly large city. It's about 18,000.
Wow.
That's a lot of waste to manage.
Are there sailing vessels docked anywhere around here?
There are some sailing vessels, other keel boats, cargo ships. Mostly smaller vessels. They are less at risk of act.
Does it appear to be any perdition presence
Everyone
here?
make a what sort of check should you see? There are some remnants. Most of the docks were set aflame and destroyed back in 1645 during initial travail, initial attack, and the scars still show in places. There are many just burnt, like parts of dock and piers that are just sticking out of the water, like jagged black edge, splintered stuff, and then docks were to replace them.
And is this from the original battle long time ago?
Yeah, this was like 60 years ago, 70 years ago.
Got it. Okay. What are we checking for?
You're checking for... Make a history check.
Ooh.
Great.
I rolled an 18, and that's all I get because I have a 0.
Oh, I got an 18 too.
I'm proficient in history, but
Bump it, Heidi.
Bump it how?
ooh,
This. I couldn't figure out where
There
my
you go.
camera was.
well, I got a
Over
19
the
total.
screen, that's really going to help. Do I have any modifying? What are we checking?
History.
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 I got a 19 total.
18, 19. Do I hear
Oh, I have a 1. So 19.
2 19s?
So most of you know that...
I can't believe I have an intelligence at 20 and everybody got higher intelligence for than I told me before I did.
Because you rolled a 2.
I know.
So pretty much everyone recalls that the current ruling body of Gulfport is named Baron Vandal Nysor, a priest of Caradre, the god of evil. And he's rumored to be a shapeshifter who travels around the city in different forms to spy on the citizens. And my god Zane is gone.
Then I'm going to go pee too.
I look and Heidi's gone. What?
That's not. That's. I was listening. I was just getting rid of my dishes. That's not good. So since we knew that before we got here, or as we're pulled up, we remind each other of this, right? So we don't talk about tier company anything outside of trying to find our contact. Aquin, whatever.
Akin.
On the west,
Akin.
Akin on the western dock. That's all we're doing.
Right, the first thing you need to do is find a place for your horses to be stabled, which you find. It's not free.
How much per, though?
It is.
You'll have to remove anything from Skull since he's not here.
Buy your own keel boat for 3,000 gold.
We don't have that.
I'm a little short.
By about 10%.
Forget it then. Fine, forget it.
9%.
You could put your horses up for silver a day.
A silver?
Yep.
This is a city.
Fuckers.
5 silver
Discount-
per day for the horses.
How much? Oh, yeah. Everybody remove their own. Shit.
I pay double to make sure my horse is well taken care of.
Well, just you don't have to pay yet. You don't know how long you're going to be here for. Just know that
Got it.
there'll be a bill of your stay.
Okay.
And
But we could tip the stable boy a little and say we'll double that if the horses are in better condition when we come back to get them than they are now.
talking about.
Yep.
Fine, give him some copper. I need to get rid of some.
I said that right off.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear that. Fist bump for you.
This one for James. Whoosh.
So you have no trouble finding. You ask around a little bit, asking for Akin Celeban, trader, not trade.
Got it.
And you have no trouble finding him. He has a warehouse there in the western dock area, Gulport, and he ushers you to a back room warehouse, and he shows you his the symbol that he wears underneath his clothes, which is a necklace with a
I want to show you something underneath my clothes.
clothes,
I've heard that before.
which is a goblet signifying that he is a member of the Order of Alberon, and says that the caravan hasn't started being yet because the cult have not arrived,
Yep.
but
So there's nobody here that's joining the caravan, or it just takes.
it's too early to know who would be joining the caravan because their caravans go out almost a day,
Got it.
so
So
it just depends on when they arrive.
Are we going with him?
All right, sorry about that.
No, he's staying in Gulport. He's just arranging guys to possibly at least being taken along as travelers in the caravan, not guards.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Ryan. You've traveled successfully to Gulport from Riverside. You took the keel boat. It took a 3-day trip. Magus did some fishing, but it was otherwise uneventful. You have
I
arrived
think I can
in
do that.
Gulport. You have found stabling for horses, which will be 5 silver a day. But you don't know how long you're going to be there yet, so you haven't paid any.
1 silver per horse.
1 silver per horse. For the group, 5 silver a day.
Saw his face.
You have found your contact, Akin Celeban, who let you know that the cult members have not arrived at all in the city yet, so basically now it's a waiting game. Directs you to the Red Flask, which was dockside in Tavern. Rooms at the Red Flask, depending on how nice of rooms that you want to get, could be anywhere from 7 copper to 4 gold.
Is there a room that we can have for just the 5 of us?
Oh, we get in the champagne room.
Yes, you could get a room for 5. I mean, do you want something that's modest, something that's comfortable?
Well, something
Wealthy.
that's comfortable.
You're looking at a comfortable range.
Something where we won't have to go outside and drop the shit hot. Just out the window.
It would be 1 gold per day
Per person or total?
total.
Okay.
Shit, we can stay here almost all year.
So you get set up in comfortable rooms. They have to sort of finagle some bed situation for Skull to be able to sleep comfortably.
Yeah, right.
He sleeps in a bed.
I think so. Don't you sleep on a bed? Or do you sleep in like a pile of hay?
I just figured a pile of straw in the corner.
You know how much straw I have to carry around? Now I sleep in a bed. I also shit in a pot.
Well, shit the bed.
On your 4th day staying in Gulport, hello, Paco.
So what month is it now?
Really? We're laying next to him and hissing at him. It is the end of Ranol. You arrived in Gulfport on the 29th.
No, we arrived there the 26th. It's been 4 days. No, you're right.
No,
We left on the 26th. We arrived on the 29th.
Right.
And so it's the 30th, or what's the next month?
There are 32 days in a month.
Okay.
Everyone make a
Fuck up world is this?
make a
I don't like this.
What
I
don't
know
you
I'm
like?
gonna roll high. This happened to me last time. I made 2 good rolls in the first battle I missed.
Everyone make a perception check.
17. Yeah,
6.
17.
Add your modifier.
Oh, right.
23.
14.
18.
9.
He's frozen. There he is.
Well, Denon, on the 4th day of your stay in Gulfport, first Rihar.
How do you spell Rihar? Like retard?
Rijar.
Rijar?
Yep.
See, I just called it Ryjar. Okay.
Spot a palanquin being carried through the docks. One day you're just standing out, just like sort of looking out over the water, just sort of out chilling. Palanquin is one of those like litters. It's like a encased sort of thing that carrying. And do catch a glimpse of what you believe was a half dragon.
Succubus.
When the palanquin stops, occupant gets out and goes inside of a building, and it's not a couple of minutes later before your contact there, Akin, comes running up and kind of slows down before he gets to you to not be so obvious about it, and then sort of leans on the rail next to you, and he's like, "So your cult members just arrived in the city."
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I would gather your team. Today's going to be the day that we're going to have to get positions on the caravan.
Okay.
Skull's passed out. Spasius sleeping on top of Skull.
Why am I passed out?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why is Aspasia sleeping on top of Skull?
And where the hell am I at?
But she said she had a thing for him like 4 weeks ago.
You're videotaping it.
Like,
Tijuana. I asked the guy who's in the litter, man, before.
Eating barbecued iguana.
donkey show.
Do you want?
He looks and shrugs.
Okay.
I don't know exactly who that is, but I know that your cult members have entered the city, and that's one of them.
Awesome, thanks. I just walk away, leave him at the thingy, and go get his guys. Go pull Aspasia off Skull.
God.
Oh
Gently.
yeah, I noticed.
Gently.
I noticed that.
So you find out later on that afternoon that Celeban comes and sees you real quick, and he's like, "So they came to me and they purchased wagons and supplies." So basically, once that they're all equipped, merchandise and supplies are packed in. They're covered in canvas, lashed down, and the cavern's going to be arranged. So, as now to try to get your positions onto this caravan. So, I need each of you to make either a persuasion or an athletics check. You are interviewed one by one for a guard position. Aspasia will start with you. Whichever is better, either athletics or persuasion.
15 and 5 of persuasion, so 20.
So at the end of the interview process, you are hired as a sergeant for
Whoa.
8 gold per 10 day plus food and living expenses on the road.
Nice.
Thanos?
Well, I'm not trained in either, so I guess I have to go with athletics since my strength is higher than my charisma. 15 total.
You're also hired as a sergeant. 8 gold per 10 day plus food and expenses. Gypsy is kicking Paco's ass. Skull.
Wait.
I'm not gonna do either. I'm just gonna walk in, set my bardish down, and just do a big flex.
That would be
Roll your
persuasion.
die.
Call persuasion.
You roll a 20, you're hired. You roll a 1,
Well, should I? Yeah.
you drop a load right there, and you're put in jail.
No, that would probably be athletics, but yeah, so make an athletics check.
Oh, shit. And a 9 and 12 is 21.
21.
Yeah. It's a 9 and a
You-
12 is 21.
You are hired as a bodyguard for one of the merchants at 10 gold per 10 day plus food and expenses.
Well, you guys are gonna really get mad at that because I'm gonna eat a lot.
Denon? What? You roll a 1?
I rolled a 5. Damn it! And my
Your kitchen help.
my athletic is a 4, so I got a total of 9.
So your job is to carry a bucket behind the horse and catch all the poop as it comes out before it hits the road? No, you are hired.
The caravan the whole time.
You are hired as a basic guard for 5 gold per 10 day plus food and expenses.
That's probably good. That's a good thing, actually.
Magus.
We've got 2 sergeants, a bodyguard, a regular soldier.
Guess they were just.
Nice.
Do I just add the? Oh, I've never done a dice roll.
It's either going to be your charisma for persuasion or strength for athletics.
Yeah, it's not going to be athletics. So persuasion is that first number is the bonus.
Yes.
Okay, so I got a 20.
You are also hired as a bodyguard merchant at 10 gold per 10 day plus food and living expenses on the
Oh, bodyguard.
for bodyguard.
What the hell?
So I got 5 gold per 10 days.
So how much do I get?
You will be earning 10 gold per 10 days, so basically a gold piece a day.
Do we just put that in now or wait till the trip's over?
Wait till
What
the trip's
happens
over.
if I'm there one day?
Wait till we're actually paid. Yeah.
I'm not paid in advance.
So sergeants are expected to manage 2 to 5 other guards. Bodyguards are expected to stick close to their employer and protect him or her against harm. Down with that?
Yeah, I'd rather have those guys be sergeants or bodyguards. Can we take a break?
Yeah, I was about to say it's break time. Hey, we're going to go pee. Get back.
All right, I'll be right back. What's up, baby?
Hi, cookies.
Am I the only stupid idiot sitting here still?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I mean, you're still the only stupid idiot sitting here, but I'm here as well.
Wow.
Well, essentially, you called anybody else who was still sitting here a stupid idiot. So
No, I said, am I the only stupid idiot still sitting there? Oh, I thought of this other idea too. What was my first idea? What are you chuckling at?
oh, I'm just reading about this ridiculous bullshit about the White House hiring the first transgender staffer. And the first comment said, if he ever goes missing, do they put his picture on a carton of half and half?
No, I was thinking of that Fireball whiskey cheese cake shots. I also saw another one where you get a bottle of amaretto and some cherries, put some holes in the cherries, let them soak overnight in the amaretto, and then get some either white chocolate or milk chocolate. And then once they're done soaking overnight, you warm up the chocolate and then dip the cherries in the chocolate and have, don't cover them, but you have enough on there. Sounds interesting too.
Well, and speaking of that, with those shots, are you...
Probably not the fire, not the whiskey.
Well, what I was going to say is how do you know how they're going to go in terms of being able to actually shoot them? If you remember last time we had issues.
Yeah, I don't think they're actually shots. I think they're...
Who are you
They're
shooting?
just called shots, but they're not actually shots.
Yeah.
It'd be more like a dessert thing. Or I don't know, hell, I could probably coat the inside of it with the spray and maybe they'll slide out anyways.
Shooting.
No, but we're just talking about the
Fireball.
whiskey cheesecake shots.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw this other bottle of amaretto and get a bottle or something, get some cherries, put little cuts in the cherries so the little amaretto will absorb. Let them soak overnight and then get some either milk chocolate or white chocolate. Melt that and then dip the half the cherry in there and get the chocolate on them and then let them cool.
Hey, Alex, you tell like some kind of a random generator to find spells or anything like that?
Is there a random generator to find spells?
Yeah, like where you come up with like a DC or something for when I'm in different areas and it's possible for you to find stuff instead of me like piling all this like like randomly find out whether or not I would be able to ascertain spells.
Basically, what he's trying to say is he's looking for more spells for his spell book. So in this case, we're in Gulport, a city of 18,000 people, and we've been here for 4 days. Would it have been possible for him to find or buy a spell to put into a spell book?
Yes.
So then it's going to be up to you to decide how many, which ones, price.
Well, basically, there are two ways to discover spells. They can't really be purchased, but they can be researched or they can be found from in loot, basically, from killing in mages.
Right, but at the same time, those...
Sometimes other mages will share lesser spells with
Right. Not to mention scrolls. If you find a scroll of, say, haste, you can copy that scroll at a price into your spell book.
people. Right.
Unless you find it through research, and then you can just copy it down at no cost whatsoever.
No, I think it always costs something to copy it.
No, not always. Sometimes it just costs time. Actually, I did research it a bit this past week. I made myself a note. If you would like to use some of your downtime during your time in Gulfport to try to find spells, we can definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And Alex, can I do an herbalism check for coastal or underwater ingredients right now?
Sure.
Who shall do the
The
one now?
second one. And 11, 13, 19. So that's over a 15. Then you're gonna need to roll a d4.
It's going to take a bit more work and time than I have here. I'm going to have that ready for you when we play.
Turn off the spells. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I just figured, yeah, we could go with some kind of table or something rather than you have to.
Yeah, we're losing your voice again, man. Sorry, I can't. It doesn't help to talk slower because it just makes the robot more pronounced and.
Hold on, I'm gonna try what I did earlier. How about now? Is it any better?
No.
Not really.
Really? I don't know. I just don't know.
But
So what I miss, besides Ryan's crazy ass phone ringing?
we were talking about
Really, Zane?
herbalism and Magnus getting new spells.
Got it. Did you see that, James?
I didn't see it. What'd you do?
I got it.
So did you roll your d4 for me?
I have not rolled
What?
it yet. Sorry.
Nothing. I grabbed my stuff to go to bed, and I did that. Right. Ryan saw it too.
Jeez. Show off. I rolled a 4.
I just had it in my hand.
I know. So we'll say you found Hydra Thistle.
Ooh, Hydra Thistle.
Quicksilver Lichen. Wormtongue Petals.
Nice.
And Antia Cap. These- Right there in the doorway. Where you watch yourself when you. you look carefully at my webcam, you can see my cat throwing up right there.
Is she eating plants or something?
Nope.
She's hyperthyroid, so she throws up a lot.
It's sexy.
Mm.
That's a good thing that's not new carpet.
Yep.
Ah, the joys of living together. Cat puke.
Okay, so your assignments are just about finished being. So in this caravan, there are going to be 10 wagons total. Aspasia, you're serving on wagon 4. And you have 2 guards that you'll be to. Thanos, you're on wagon 6. You will also have 2 guards. Skull, you are bodyguard to wagon 8. It's carrying hides and skins. You're a bodyguard to the teamster who is driving the horses. Denon, you're serving as a guard on the first wagon. They are carrying 10 ingots. And there are 4 others on the wagon with you. Teamster, a merchant, an assistant to the merchant, and a guard. Actually, there'll be 4 total. Sorry, 3 of them. And Magus, you are on the final wagon. Wagon are serving bodyguard to cloth merchant Nirehite. And okay, we'll do that once you get going. So, like I said, there are 10 wagons total. You find out where you're going. Caravan is on it's going to be leaving Gullport and heading up to Port Aduvis. Taragir, which is a trip of about 750 miles. They expect that the trip will take probably close to 2 months.
2 months? Make a pretty bit of coin.
Where are we going? Port.
A doofus.
I know that.
Aduvis. V with a V. Aduvis with a V.
Pardon me.
He's a doofus.
Yep.
We're traveling north for 2 months to a doofus.
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
He's a large doofus.
Why the hell are we even leaving? Just come over and stand next to me. I'm a doofus.
Now, you know that 3 of the wagons in the caravan are controlled by the Cult of Ahi, but you don't know which 3.
Okay.
I can tell you that wagon
And how many
number
are-
1... Go ahead and say that again.
How many wagons total?
There are 10 wagons.
Okay.
I will... put in the chat window wagons hauling, how many people they have, each one.
Port Aduvis isn't even on the map, is it?
No, it is not on that map. It's way north of that map. Okay, here they are.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, got it too big. Go over to the chat
I
window.
see.
Okay.
So
What's up with the hides?
Aspasia's
Why do I get the hides? What's that supposed to mean?
Aspasia is on wagon 4, Thanos is on wagon 6, Skull is on 8, Denon's on 1, and Magus is
Ooh,
on
I've got
10.
wine and ale. Nice.
So I'm gonna need you to say all that again because I want to get that down.
Aspasia is wagon 4. Thanos is 6. Skull is 8. Denon is 1.
You got me.
Magus is 10.
Pretty spread out, certainly.
So I'm on 1. Aspasia's on 4. Thanos 6. Skull 8. Magus 10. Got it.
Right.
Now, are we taking our horses with us now, or leaving them there still?
You can take your horses with choose to. Either ride them or you can just have them ride alongside the wagon.
Yeah, I'll bring mine with me. Never know when you might need wheels, so to speak.
True.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll
5
take
silver
mine.
pieces a day for 4 months just to get there.
Well, we don't know if we're actually going to be going
It's gonna
that
be
way
a
or
hefty
what's going to
bill.
happen.
I say we blow up the place.
Yeah, I'll take mine and I'll ride it most of the time. Try to get to know it better. Her better.
All right. 3 travelers guard, 2 assistants guard, assistant, and me. Guard 5 travelers, 2 guards, 3 travelers, 2 travelers, 3 travelers. Guard 4 travelers.
The travelers
So
are
what-
people that are basically have hired the merchant wagon to be able to ride on it to a destination.
All right, now outside of the people associated with these wagons, is there anyone else?
Yeah, there's cultists somewhere, right?
You know that 3 of the 10 wagons are owned by the cult, but you don't know which 3.
Oh.
And is there a half dragon traveling with us?
There is not a half dragon.
All right, well, as we travel, definitely keep your heads on a swivel. If we have 3 wagons here that are owned by the cultists, there's probably going to be some not far. Well, may or may not be some that are far away.
I am noting that there are 3 lumber wagons. I don't know that that is of any significance. I'm just noting it.
We just got a lot of wood going on.
Okay. What else? Anything else?
So
That-
the teamster that you're protecting, Brian, is named Jerry Reiselt. Inked his name, right? Put his name, pasted his name. And the caravan with the 10 wagons heads out on. Now you got the jobs on the caravan on the 1st, and they leave on the 5th, so that gives you 4 days to do whatever final thing Goldport before caravan leaves.
Is there one person who is in charge of this caravan, or is this everybody just...
No, there is no
Caravan.
one person who's in charge of the whole caravan. Just traveling together for protection.
So,
Okay, so we're hired separately.
okay.
Right.
And it's not like the army's moving with it. It's just these 10 wagons heading north.
Right. with this personnel. Whoa.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you need to oil your door hinges, Ryan. Someone just... So on the 5th, if nothing specific needs to happen, you guys mount, take your positions with the caravan, and the caravan heads out to the north, exiting Gullport and behind. Let's see. Not set up yet for this, so wait for that. The first 3 days are completely are uneventful. You guys kind of get into a routine, travel for 8 hours a day. It's already planned by the caravan that you're going to travel 6, and then the 7th day is going to be a day of rest to rest all the horses and pack animals and whatnot. So you'll be on the road for 6, stop for 1, road for 6, stop for 1. And you're going to have that sort of routine. You're going to make about 15 miles a day and travel for about 8 hours each day. I'd say maybe 70% of the time you'll be camping out under the stars. The other 30% will either be close enough to a small town or village to be able to maybe stay at a local inn, or there are scattered here and there are kind of hostile, like, not hostile, like violence
like
towards you, like a hotel.
HOST,
Yeah, hostile. Where basically it's a place where you can safely kind of keep your horses. You still kind of have to sleep out under the stars, but at least your horses are in someplace safe, out of the elements and whatnot.
Alex's numerous frozen. This.
Did he
Make
just
that
say
out.
warning or Robinson?
I couldn't tell what you said, man. You might have to type it. Sorry.
That's what I was just making fun of you.
Oh, well then, don't type that shit out. I heard that one. You bastard. So on the 4th day of the trip, which is 8th, date is the 8th. Guys are picking up camp from the night before, getting ready to head out, and one of the guards on wagon 4 is one of Aspasia's guards. Approaches Skull, and he's like, so I kind of noticed the last like 2 days I was out in the camp, we're all just hanging out and whatnot, and I saw that cloth that you had. My father was in textiles, and I really liked it, and I could buy it off of you.
No.
I mean, I would pay
I'm
8
gonna
silver.
lean down a little bit. How tall is the guy?
He's like 5'9".
Okay, well, yeah, as I lean down a little bit more, I'm going to start rippling my chest, my pecs a little bit. I'm going to kindly say no one last time.
What cloth? Just curious.
My
family.
family's crest.
Like, seriously, it's 8 silver. Like,
8
sure?
silver.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, that's cool. I understand. It kind of goes off this thing. Throughout that entire day,
I'm going to keep an eye on it. And
he continuously pesters you about it. It's like, sure, 8 gold or 8 silver? Are you sure not, 8 silver? It's not 6 or 7. That's 8 silver coins talking. He kind of becomes a little bit more obnoxious throughout the day without getting any more generous with his offer. And
I feel like I'm gonna have to hurt him.
Well, Spage is his sergeant. Tell her
Yeah,
to fucking...
why can't I? Can I just tell him to
Back the fuck off. Where you
Yeah.
at?
get back to your wagon? You're supposed to be guarding your wagon.
you tell him that.
Yeah, and I have my whip with me, right? Yes. We spoke about this upstairs.
They like that.
I don't. Yeah, I can do it till they don't like it anymore.
Well, he begrudgingly follows your order and leaves it alone, and you guys spend the night that night. Again, camp out and every 5th day, the 9th, wake up, and very first thing you notice, Skull, is that the cloth is missing.
How can it be missing? I
I'm
sleep
sorry.
with the thing.
You think we didn't take turns sleeping or something? What's the deal here?
Kill everyone.
Buttering it.
Kill everyone till they find it.
Start going ape shit. Spells are flying off. Pillars of light raining down from the sky.
Is my guard still here? Or do we still have both guards? Or is he missing as
No,
well?
he's still there.
Oh, he is. Okay.
You wake up the next morning, he's doing his normal
Alright.
routine
Well,
of...
what's your first move once you notice it's gone? Do you notify me? Or what do you do?
No, I'm just gonna go over
Bella?
and pick him up by the collarbone, and shake him a little bit and ask where my cloth is.
He sort of has this flabbergasted look on his face, and when he's able to get a breath, he says he has no idea what you're talking about. He didn't touch your cloth.
And I step in and say, hey, because I'm supposed to not know you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'd say, hey, quit roughing up my guard. What's going on here?
Your guard was bugging me all day yesterday about my cloth.
Yes,
Now
and
it
he
seems to be
reprimanded
missing.
Paid.
And now it seems to be missing.
All right. What do you have to say for yourself, guard?
His name is Cyne, C-Y-N-E, and he says, I didn't say anything else about it once you... Not to say anything else about it. I didn't say anything else. I let it go. Cloth.
Then you won't have any issues if we search your person and your belongings.
No.
Okay.
No.
So we search his belongings.
Not find his cloth.
We search his person thoroughly.
Find his cloth.
Okay.
Indeed.
Has this become kind of like a caravan issue now that people are seeing that it's going on and kind of paying attention to it?
Yeah, there are a few people, because usually by now, you guys have started loading the wagons back up and get back on the road, but now there's some sort of delay, so especially the wagons that are directly around wagon 4.
Okay. Is there any kind of perception checking we can do for tracks around where Skull was? Because doesn't he usually have it under his clothes or something?
You can... Well, a couple things you could do. You could do a check to see if you think this guy's telling the truth. And then you could do some investigation to see if you can come up with
All right. I'm going to check about the truth thingy. This.
truth
Ooh,
thinginess.
5. That's not good. What else? What do I add to it?
It would be under... Let's see.
Insight or investigation or perception?
This would be insight.
3. Okay, 8. Woohoo!
You can't tell really if this... You don't know enough really to tell whether he's lying or not.
Okay.
I got a 17 on the inside.
You believe him.
I'm gonna tell my 2 guards to basically keep their heads up, pay attention, stay by the wagon, then ride up to where Skull is, and tell you that the way he was acting and bugging you about that cloth, a lot of people in the caravan saw it. It's possible someone specifically knowing that took the cloth and is trying to set him up or just cause discourse.
Well, there's going to be a lot of discourse because the caravan ain't moving until I find it.
All right. So now can we look for signs of what happened?
Sure, who wants to check and make investigation for anyone who's helping with the matter?
Investigating.
I'm not sure if I should or not, if that would be something I would do if I'm pretending I don't know him. I guess I could offer to help. I could be friendly and offer to help.
Well, you are a sergeant. So I'm going to go back and ask both of my guys, my 2 guards, if they knew anything or saw anything. And roll an
17.
insight for this conversation, which I got a 19 total.
Neither one of your guards noticed anything out of the ordinary, and you,
Alright.
Thanos, you got a 17? Your investigation?
Roll for different dice. Ooh. And investigation, I got a 19 on my investigation.
19?
Yep, 17 and a 2.
You find what, the only thing strange that you find, both kind of come across it at the same time, is a pouch holding tobacco that's just sort of lying in grass, fairly near to where Skull's wagon was parked overnight. And you know, as far as the people that you've actively seen smoking, you've seen smoking on Wagon 1, Wagon 9, that you've remembered in the last couple of days.
1, 3, and 9. So we have
We're people on 1, right?
Yeah,
people on 1, 4.
Dinen's a guard on Wagon 1.
Yeah. We don't have anybody on the other ones, right?
Not on 3, 9, no.
Yeah.
So Magus is close to
Yeah.
9.
So 1, 3, and 9, we've noticed smokers.
Right.
All right, I guess I'll get Magus and say, why don't you go check 9? I'll go up and talk to 1. And then we'll meet at 3.
What are you going to ask when you get to the wagons? What are they looking for?
I'm going to see if anybody might have misplaced their bag of tobacco. And then ask the guard or guards on Wagon 1 if he knows of anybody that may have misplaced a bag of tobacco, seeing that they're sitting here watching and guarding the wagon.
Nonsense, these are both cloth.
You're gonna need to type that.
I think he said something about it might be involved with 9 or 10 because they're cloth merchants.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, the no one on Wagons 1 or 3, they all show that they still have their tobacco pouches. A couple of them upset by the accusations, but they're like, here, tobacco pouch, this one's mine, this one's mine, this is mine. Wagon 9, however, one of the assistants that seen smoking says that, oh, I burned the last of my tobacco yesterday and I just threw my pouch away, so I don't even
Nobody would do that.
I didn't have any tobacco left, so yeah, I did. I tossed it, but it was like a day ago that I got rid of it. So
Nobody would do that.
Yeah. I don't think so. Homie, don't play
Well,
that.
ask him if he has, anything to do with the disappearance of the cloth, and when he says no, say, then you don't mind if we search your belongings in your purse?
Caravan's not going anywhere.
Of
I can't
course.
tell her he's a thief.
I mind if you search my belongings. They're my things. I don't want you guys rooting around my stuff.
Well, again, the caravan is not going to move until I get my cloth back, whether I've got to tear this caravan apart myself, piece by piece. And you're going to be the first one I rip limb from limb.
Skull, make an intimidation check.
Go ahead.
With a plus 18, 19, 20, 21.
I'd say he's intimidated. You see him sort of kind of thinks, and he looks around the wagon for absolutely no help from his wagon mates.
Did
Sorta-
he glance?
Huh?
Did he glance any place in particular when he was first accused, or first questioned?
Just down at the ground.
Okay.
Reaches down into bag, pulls out a parcel, opens it up, and it's your cloth, and he hands it out to you.
I take it from him.
Please don't hurt me, sir. I just thought it was nice looking cloth. I thought I could get money for it for my family.
Oh, I've got to figure some way of hurting a fellow without killing him.
Magus cast Scorching Ray. Is that a joke, or were you really doing that? Okay, that's fine. What'd you say, Skull?
I said I got to figure some way of hurting him without killing him.
Say that to him out loud. He'll be shitting his pants. That's worse than hurting him.
I generously give him back his smoking pouch while trying maybe to break one of his ribs while I give it back to him.
Sort of push it into his torso, like, here is your pouch.
Jog them too hard.
No, with this thumb. If I do it with this one, it's going to be much too powerful.
You are not left-handed. Okay, well, he seems completely scared
No, really,
shitless.
I'm really trying to break a rib with my thumb when I give it back to him.
Well, make an attack roll then. I know you're pulling your punch. We're just going to see how hard you jogged them.
I rolled a 16.
Non-lethal damage.
What was your damage roll like?
What would hand combat be?
It would
It's
be
like one or two damage, 1 or 2 damage.
plus your strength bonus.
Oh, that's going to hurt then. 7.
Yeah, no
Maxed it.
problem. You definitely. It's like everyone in the entire caravan hears his rib crack as you punch his pouch into his rib
Now I use
cage.
my thumb.
As you push it in with your thumb, and he loses all of his air and he crumbles over, falls out of the wagon, collapses onto the dirt. Oh!
Normally, I would kill somebody who stole from me. You're lucky I'm not being paid to kill you today.
The guard on wagon 9 goes to maybe reach for his weapon, but the teamster sort of puts his hand out and shakes his head like, no, you don't want that, I don't think. And he tells the guard to pick the assistant up and put him back on the wagon, which he does, and the teamster looks at you and is like, I apologize, are we good?
You don't need to apologize. It's not your fault. It's his. Next time, I kill him.
Stand that. So you guys load back up. You with your cloth back in hand.
I have my whoopee.
You got your whoopee back. And you head back out on the trail. The next 4 days pass without incident. On the 9th...
You may want to
Night.
look at him, see if you can help him.
Oh, yeah, you want to do any medicine or first aid on him, or no?
No.
Not even your wagon?
Now, if his
Don't
anybody
poke the
on
bear.
his wagon who happens to notice that I may have the ability to heal or anything wants to ask me to look at him, then I might.
How would they know?
And maybe they made a religion check.
He's a priest.
Is a priest? Yeah, no one asks.
Is he Methodist?
I'm not running around telling everybody I could have went and tracked that area that Skull slept like a motherfucker.
No, and I'm not showing
Not my
anything.
business.
I can do what I can do right now. But if they would have asked, I would have went back there and did a little medicine on them. Gave them my own little words of wisdom.
Smoking the dirt. Don't poke the bear.
Show him a little love.
Actually, I probably would have handed him my my worm tongue petals and told him to eat it.
This.
This will make you feel better.
This will take all the pain away.
So on what day?
No tears, only dreams. So on day 8, it starts raining. It rains all through the day and night, and all through the 9th day. By the end of the 9th day, you're just tired of rain, soaked. You're ready to be done. And after this just miserably wet day that promises to become an even wetter, more miserable night, you finally arrive at a fairly large inn in a town along the road, and you Din will have to stay with your wagon, but Spasia and Skull and Thanos and Magus have to stay with the people that you're. Wait, Skull and Magus have to stay with the people departing. Spasia and Thanos actually go into the common room at the range night stay. And it's a very warm, comfortable inn. The place is called... There she is. The inn is called the Sage and Staff. It's a single-story stone wall building with a collection of weapons hanging on the wall, and the innkeeper is a tall female dwarf named Thildga.
Isn't that like an oxymoronic thing?
Sure, I don't think it is.
Tall,
When you inquire about rooms for the night, she looks really, really embarrassed, and she tells you that the entire inn is sold out, that all the private rooms are taken, and the common room is reserved for a private party. And so you just have to spend the night outside. There's just no room.
Is there a barn?
There is a barn. Yeah. Looking around the room, you and Thanos see that you see just one group, what looks like a sort of an sort of a judge and his entourage of 3 dilettante-looking people, and they're over there, and they're smirking at you guys when they hear what the innkeeper has said, and you hear a couple of comments under their breath, one of like "sleep tight" and have a pleasant evening, followed by a variety of insults muttered under their breath about your mud-spattered clothing and low breeding.
If I sense Aspasia at all going to go over there to start slitting throats, I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder and tell her to be easy and just ignore him.
think I might find
I
out
was
what
actually
rooms they're in.
thinking, I know Dwarvish, if I could use my charisma to get some more information in Dwarvish from this lovely lady.
Well, when you ask about sleeping in the there were stables, one of the nobles at the table speaks up and says, "Our horses are rather picky about who they share space with. We had to reserve all of it, too, for their sake. You understand, I'm sure." The whole table sort of has a snooty chuckle about that comment.
What is the composure of the innkeeper at these slights?
She seems very, very apologetic. Apparently, I mean, you get the impression that these, they paid up and everything.
Okay.
So what do you get?
How many of them are there?
Maybe we should find out what rooms they're in. I go shit in them.
How many of them are there?
There are 4. Sort of a noble and 3 dilettantes.
Now, a noble. You said judge at first. Would I be able to recognize him as truly being a judge, or
He's
just a noble?
he's definitely seems like someone of money and status, and he definitely gives the impression. You don't know if he's actually really a judge, but he definitely has that air about him.
All right, so there's just 4 of them. Any of them look like guards, fighters, or magic users?
Make a check of some kind. Have you?
I'm basically looking for component pouches, staffs or wands.
Make a
Weapons.
perception check.
And 5.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, these are just like 4 rich assholes.
All right, who's all inside? Zane had to stay out with the wagon.
So did you.
There are some other people with the caravan, but as far as Tier Company is concerned, only Aspasia and Thanos are inside.
Ah, okay.
How are the?
Oh man, I got a +5 over that slaying dagger.
They're sort of, yeah, they're
Disgruntled or they don't care?
no. Well, some of them are. There's a variety of reactions. Some are just like, "Oh God, we have to sleep out in the rain again," and other ones are like, "All right, these guys are assholes."
But as far as we know, yeah, there are only 4 there, but it's all the same company that's reserved the entire inn, the common room, and the stables, right?
Say that again.
As far as we know, it's the same group as reserved all of the rooms, the common room, and the stables. Okay. So if we fuck with these 4 guys, there's
Sounds like some horses need to get loose tonight.
yeah, no
And
kidding.
Dwarfish.
Too.
Dwarvish. I'm going to politely ask her and be as charming as possible. How many total people are in their group?
She replies in Dwarvish, just the 4 of them.
So just the 4 of them have reserved all rooms.
Did.
So what you're telling me then, my lady, is that this entire place tonight is only consisting of these 4 people?
They paid to basically, yes, they paid for the entire place.
Are they expecting?
Dude, yeah. With her joining the conversation in Dwarvish, asking
Yeah.
if they're expecting anyone else, if you know of.
They have not made mention of me.
In Dwarvish, I'm going to tell you to go get to your company.
Yep. Do. Hey
You
guys.
guys don't do a very good job staying undercover.
Well, I mean, I don't say go get to your company. I say, go get everyone. You know what that means. You're not going to walk back with the entire caravan.
She comes back with a guy that stole Skull's cloth.
Or I should say, go tell to your Go tell everyone, which means to your company, that we might have a problem. And I'm going to approach the group.
Ooh, Thanos is approaching the group alone. Okay.
Really, we can't just spy on them and keep our cover. I'm worried that if we all gang up, then everyone else in the caravan is going to realize that we know each other.
I'm not doing anything yet. I just told you to go tell them what's going on.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk up to them, to the main guy, and say, look, I have a whole caravan of people who've been traveling for days. We are wet. We just wanted one night of sleep. So I'm going to ask you politely if you would allow us to have this common room for the night. Where is this echo coming from?
Is that Jimmy?
Your
James.
magnificent-
If we can have this room for the night.
One of them looks at his friend and he says, here's something, a sort of a buzzing sound in this room. Like someone left the door open too long and some flies came in.
Okay, I'll come back and talk with you in a moment. And I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna open the door.
Well, hold on.
Oh,
First,
never mind.
Aspasia got out there first. What did you do when you go outside?
I went out and just sort of casually went through the line of wagons and, stopped and talked to each one, but to the ones with Tier Company, I said, hey, this is what's going on inside. But I didn't want to make it look like I was only talking to them, so I just checked on everybody and told them that it looked like there wasn't any room in the inn. So I hope none of you are pregnant and on a donkey.
Wow. I could have pregnant.
Well, I
don't
can
want a
tell you,
bull.
if this was me, as I was Thanos, I probably have already had killed these 4 guys before you even told them what's happening.
Right, if we weren't undercover.
Yeah, so. Well, I would have killed 3 and left one alive to beg forgiveness for the rest of the night. Killed him in the morning.
Most likely kill you in the morning.
All right, so I'm going to come back out and announce to the caravan that the inn is completely empty except for 4 pompous assholes. So we can make it a group decision. Do we just go into the inn? Or do we sleep out here in the rain?
They know how many of us there are.
Well, he just said that to the entire caravan, so I want to, before I do anything, I'm just a guard. So I'm trying to play just like a guard.
Right.
So what are
can
the caravan people doing? What are the merchants that are used to money and don't want to sleep out in the fucking rain? What do they do?
That's what I'm saying. I would like to just say to everybody, hey, this is what's going on. There's these 4 rich assholes in here that want the whole place to themselves. We're out here, we're wet, we're cold, and we'd like some hot food. Let's just go in. Now, can we go in with everybody, or do we need to go in just us? Because are they going to notice that we're kind of badass if they all come in with us?
Well,
Because we could just sort of do a sit-in. We just all go in and sit down.
I
and
would
then we
like to
can
see
get
the
it.
reaction when a Minotaur walks in there and sits the fuck down with a
And
bar.
shakes himself off right next to them.
Wet ball. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that smell's gonna linger for a while.
Well, Skull, the guy that you're protecting, he kind of looks at you and says, can you go in and see if you can take care of this?
I'll get a room.
Alright, so Skull's going in.
What are the
I'll
other
get a room.
The rest of the caravan seems mixed. Maybe 40, 60. 60% either just don't want trouble or are just fine with just sleeping out in the rain. The other 40% are a little bit more like, no, the horses are completely, get these horses under cover and shelter, and we need us shelter.
I'm going to tell my guards to stay here and stay vigilant. I'm going to go help the Minotaur get us a room.
Kind of look back a little
Since
bit
I've
and kind of give him a
since I've already been
sneer.
there, can I go
Need your
to?
help.
You're the sergeant. Gonna tell your guards anything?
Well, I'd just say, you know, since I'd already been in there, that I'd go in and help as well. Keep a lid on it, and we'll get a room.
Your teamster agrees, Magus, and he has his guard with him, so he says you can go in and help out too.
I'm gonna say I need at least one more guard to come with us. Point at wagon 1 and say,
Get one up.
"You there?"
You point to one of the other guards other than Denon.
Aww.
The little short
You
one
over
with
there.
a stick.
No, not you.
The boy.
Little kid.
You, 12-year-old, come with me.
I looked
Okay.
at. There's no boss on mine. It's just the dude. So there's a teamster, a merchant, assistant, and me.
Yeah.
Or is
You
that,
get
or is
teamster,
that
yeah.
another?
No, you are the guard.
So who's in? So I look
The,
at the teamster.
The merchant is actually the one.
Okay.
It's his wagon, so the teamster is just handling the.
Got it. Any idea
Yeah.
what this merchant's name is? I don't know. I probably wouldn't talk to the guy unless he was nice to me. So I just look at the merchant.
Yeah, his name is Athos.
Athos.
Athas, and
All right.
All right, let's settle this. I gotta go to bed.
he was
So what's that?
he was kind of opposed. Yeah. Go on, I guess. Jesus. Tells you to go on in.
I thank him.
He didn't say
Thank-
Jesus though, because that.
There is no Jesus. Thank you. I'm tired of sleeping in the rain.
We'll tell.
Holy Jesus.
All right, so next Tuesday we'll find out what happens when Tier Company goes back into
The bar.
to the bar in Tavern.
I'm curious to see what these jokers have up their sleeves.
Stage and the stage and staff.
Stage and staff.
Somebody's gonna need some stage.
Hey, so I haven't posted lately, but is the 5th still good for you and Heidi? Or was it the 5th?
We were actually talking about that before you logged in. We actually have the kids both weekends that both of the dates that.
Oh, I thought that the 22nd you were good. All right.
What'd you say, babe? More likely that we would be able to get a sitter the second weekend, but
All right, well, we'll talk about it later. I'll probably just cancel it until later on then.
damn it.
Well, I'm not going to have it if like 4 people are showing up. So we'll wait until everybody can go.
James is coming up.
Was James going to come up for that?